that note with Parker Whirling.
We got Baby Hollis, indie rock singer-songwriter based in Atlanta, Georgia. We're jumping right in.
All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Tuesday morning as we record this. You'll probably be hearing this on a Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how productive I am about editing. But you got a new song called Talking Stage out right now. Not only new, but your first debut single out right now. The real deal.
It's
yeah.
all happening.
It's all happening. I'm excited to talk about it and get into it, but we're going to start the way we always start every episode with the records that you chose. You chose 2 records from my record collection. Take us through the little tour.
I starting strong. Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. I love Steely Dan. I think it's so silly. I don't know. I've been getting into, there's just nothing really like a good yacht rock cruiser.
Yeah, some dad music.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that just happens naturally, like in your mid-30s, but like all dad and like mom stuff that I used to think was like boring and old people stuff, just in general. Like I've been really into Diet Coke. I feel like that's like a mid-30s thing.
Yeah.
And like dad music, yacht rock is making a real comeback for
That's
me.
a good one. Yeah.
It's a notable song, obviously Reelin' in the Years.
Yeah, love that one.
And
you wouldn't be surprised. My dad bought that for me
yeah,
for Christmas or something one year.
So good. I love Steely Dan. Favorite Steely Dan song is Peg.
Yeah.
Gotta love Peg.
Is that on Aha Asia or whatever?
I'll be honest, I don't know what album
Cool.
it's on.
Who cares?
But I love Peg.
Yeah, I feel like it's on that one, but I'm not a huge Steely Dan head. Like I like all the ones that you should know, like all the big hits.
And that, I don't know. When it comes to music, especially like we can't know everything about everything. It's just too much pressure. So
yeah,
if you can pick a song, I don't know. I've never been if you're wearing a band T-shirt,
name three songs type of guy. Yeah. Well, that's this whole podcast. So strap in. No. So we got Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill.
There you go.
And then another kind of tan album.
Yes.
They're both
the
the
same.
schemes. Yeah, you got a color scheme. It's a very fall color scheme, really.
You know, and maybe that's where my head's at. It's sweater weather time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Steely Dan is sweater weather music, but this album, my gosh.
You're all good.
This album definitely has Fleet Foxes. This has
definitely.
everything.
I mean, peak fall music. I
have performed Tiger Mountain Peasant Song no less than like 1,000 times since whenever this album came out.
Oh, wow.
2008. That's what it says on the back here. Yeah, I'm obsessed with really tight harmonies. It doesn't happen a lot in my music, but I love like tight harmonies that feel like, I don't know, super significant. It just feels really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I love a lot of like cascading, cool, like textured melody stuff. And I don't know, this whole album
kind of
is
like
just
Beach
like
Boys-y.
Yeah, very much that. Like just anything that feels, I don't know, very full sound is so cool to me. And this is a great listen for stuff like that when you want to like, I don't know, lay in a hammock or something.
Totally.
And just, I don't know, Oliver James, really good song.
Yeah, you know.
Mountains. There's not, this start to finish, I don't often, because of ADHD, have the ability to sit down and listen to a full work without like needing to switch up the vibe really quick. But this one feels like a start to finisher.
Yeah.
For me.
It's funny because I have that record and I really enjoy Fleet Foxes, but I'm not putting it on all the time. I think I really did a lot my senior year, of high school, which was more than it's like 10 years ago now. But my friend who was like really got me into a lot of music, he had all these albums and he actually didn't even have a record player, but he had a bunch of records that he like hung up.
Nice.
And he let me borrow it for my, like while we were doing exams, like exam week. So I was studying, and while I was studying, I would just put on records.
Yeah.
And I still have it 11 years later. So thank you, Pierce Miller, for that. And yeah, I remember listening to it all the time during like my science exam studying.
See, I feel like this is, I don't know, nostalgic in that same vein of just, I don't know. I was learning about a lot of music on my own for the first time in college. And I don't know. That's how I stumbled upon a lot of stuff that I still like very much, I don't know, listen to a ton. But
What's like your college, what sticks out to you in that musical era of your life?
like sonically, a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of like stomp, clap, hey music, if I'm being real. Like,
Some Lumineers?
yes, like
Okay.
anything that I don't know, like there's a weird obsession with people wanting to look like they like lived in a field,
Yes.
or the woods.
Yes.
We were all really obsessed with the woods.
Kind of like
And-
Amish core.
Yes. Florence and the Machine was a big one for me at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, Fleet Foxes. I still don't know. Death Cab was still kind of, that's not as stomp clap hey-ish, but like in that same vein of just like thoughtful, moody, but like has
Was the Shins in there?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're painting a real picture now.
Band of Horses.
Okay. That was a band I never really got into. I knew the one song that everybody likes
you
by
go.
them,
Yeah.
but I can't remember now.
Again, I'm not like when it comes to, I'm such a, I don't know, ADHD is a huge part of my personality because it is how my brain works. So I use it, I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
And I write about it a lot. But the idea that, I don't know, that we have to like have every piece of information that we've ever learned like at the ready in order to like continue a especially artistic conversation. Like if you like the song, I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's really baseline.
Like you don't even have to remember the name. There's no pressure.
Yeah. So what's it like with ADHD working on music?
It's wild. I was talking about this with my partner this morning. Like, so I come from, like, I've been in bands, and I've been, like, the last person added to a band where it was, like, something that was already, like, in progress. And I joined in and singing songs that someone else wrote. And, like, eventually adding to the sound and, like, writing some lyrics and stuff. But mostly, like, the only experience I've had in Atlanta was joining bands that were already, like, pretty established. They needed a new singer for one reason or another. And I, like, stepped in and really enjoyed it. But I've never had the avenue to do anything by myself. And did not, like, really, because of ADHD, like, the fear of starting stuff is really big. Because it just feels like really impossible. Like, even really simple tasks on a day-to-day basis feel like, I got to get around to that. I got to get around to that. And then you just kind of play that on a loop in your head, and then it's nighttime, and you're like, I didn't do the thing I was supposed to do. And so when it comes to, like, creativity and music, even though I know that I really enjoy it and I, like, hope that I'm good at it, starting something by myself just felt very crazy to me. I'm like, well, I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And without the help, I've been working with Damon Moon at Standard Electric, and, like, without his input and, like, being able to kind of, like, navigate through ideas I have, I don't know. I think a lot of these ideas would just be, like, sitting on a shelf, like, in my brain for another who even knows how long. So, like, the trick for me lately has just been having, like, that accountability and being like, what I do is I have a song idea. Usually it's on my phone and just, like, mumble singing, like, a melody into, like, voice notes and wondering if it's something, and, like, coming back to it, like, in a couple days, be like, let me listen to that melody. I felt really good about it in the car, and, like, play it and be like, okay, yeah, no, there's something there that's kind of cool. And then I'll think about words for a second, and then I take the shell of the idea to Damon and, like, play him the voice note, which is usually, like, very vulnerable and embarrassing because there's no worse microphone or speaker, and, like, when you're like like that could be something, and, like,
Yeah,
you go
no
back to
real
it,
words at all.
it's just, like, to take that into a studio is so embarrassing, or it was at first. I'm like, I don't know really what I'm talking about, but if I don't make music, I'll be really sad. So, like, we've got to start somewhere, hears something I sang in the car, you can hear that the car is moving actively down the road.
You hear the blinker going.
There's always a blinker. I feel like, so like whatever BPM my blinker in the Honda Accord I've been driving is, a lot of, it might be the tempo of a lot of stuff.
Like Hollis, all your songs are in 116 BPM. That's kind of crazy.
The blinker beat. It's awesome. But yeah, he has the ability where I'll take these shells and show it to him, and sometimes I'll have some chords. I'll like sit down with the guitar and be like, "What key is this in? Like, what am I doing?" And I don't know. He can like hear it the way that I can hear it, and I just describe a bunch of like emotions that I'm feeling and stuff, and then it just kind of all comes together. So it's like in the studio right now, it's just me and Damon. He's playing a lot of instruments and I'm listening, and I'm just like, I'm writing guitar solos, like it just like by singing them to him. Like, what if it went like, and he's like, let's find those notes, and like then records that. Like, it's all like piece by piece, very hands-on.
Yeah.
And that's so fun. I'm having a blast doing it. Like it makes it so much more tangible to me, something that felt like, well, I don't have a band. I've just got a couple ideas and some like shitty little recordings on my phone. Like, what can I do with this?
Totally. It feels like you don't have enough to go on.
Feeling like I don't have enough is like a very theme in this whole chapter of my life lately. So it's tackling that. And I don't even honestly know what that looks like, because I'm still actively like every day tackling that feeling of like, is this even what music sounds like? Like when you are doing it kind of all alone, it's like, did I just copy a song start to finish? Is this already written? Is that why it feels familiar? Is because someone else already wrote it? Like,
it's the worst feeling.
Yeah. Like, do I like it because it's like, oh, that's actually the melody of the, I don't know, like insurance commercial music. Like,
yeah. Like, it's the Farmers Only theme song.
It's like, dun, 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 dun.
There you go. Yeah. See, we got it right now. I remember one time that happened to me. I was writing something, and I was like, this might be the coolest thing I've ever written, but it does sound familiar. And I found out it was like my friend's song, like straight up just like copying my friend's band. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, I thought I wrote the coolest thing ever. And then I realized it was y'all's song.
You actually wrote the coolest thing ever?
So you did, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Walter Slide. The song is Need To. That song is awesome. They're from Chattanooga.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so that's very interesting. I feel like one thing you touched on that I was kind of confused on when I was starting to do my own music in my own project was that feeling of being like, well, I don't really have all the things I need to bring this song to life. Yeah. I have a voice memo, or in my case, I was able to write songs and record them into Logic.
That's cool.
But that only took me so far, and it really was it took me as far as I needed to go.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that at first. It was like years of being, feeling like there was a capacity that I had reached. I needed to break through that, when in reality, all it was a perspective change.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, well, I think these are good enough. I should put them out. And then eventually, after doing that, I started to work with producers who were doing exactly what you said, where you can bring them seeds of ideas, and they're the ones who can take it to a different level. Yeah. And that's like so huge. It feels like a cheat code, but that's how it is. Like, you can absolutely do that.
It's been pretty cool. I'm really lucky to like have a community of people around me that have these kind of talents, because like without knowing, like I just happen to have a friend that's a producer. I'm like, that's really cool. I'm going to talk to Damon. I know him already. I feel super comfortable here. So grateful to have been doing at least a semblance of something to music for as long as I have, to like build those friendships, be like, oh, we can like help each other. That's fun.
Yeah. And it's super collaborative.
Yeah.
You end up having a song that feels like if you made it entirely on your own, it wouldn't be as good, and B, it wouldn't just sound even close to the same.
Yeah.
You get someone else's like influences, and your song ends up somewhere in that like Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Kind of that middle part.
He's finding guitar voicings that I naturally when I just like sit down with the guitar, like that I don't feel like I even like have access to.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you can play A minor up there. I'm like, that sounds way cooler.
Exactly.
Like, didn't know she was over there.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
I'm playing cowboy chords
Totally.
most of the time.
Me
but,
too.
You know,
Yeah,
nothing
love a
wrong with
cowboy
that.
chord. Sometimes you can mess with the tuning, and then like your cowboy chords sound a little bit cooler.
There you go.
I've been trying to do that lately. But you know, this is your debut single. That's a big moment for every artist when they release their first song. What's it been like after it's come out? You know, people, that first time, that perspective can be kind of crazy when it's like lived in their head or on their computer for so long, and now everyone in the world can hear it. Like you were kind of surprised that I reached out just because you were like, whoa, someone's
Like,
listening
honestly,
to it.
just the fact that anyone, it's been very weird on every scale. Again, just the backlogging of music that I've had that I didn't know what to do with, like to have an idea, record it at all. Even just going to the studio, I was like, this is so crazy. Like I can't, like, I don't know. I've just been in awe of the entire process. It's been so fun. But I don't know, it like having it be on like all platforms and having people like even on it's all a very small scale. I don't want to talk it up too much. It's been, but having people be like, hey, I listened to the song. I really like it. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. You listened to it for real?
Like, that's
not
awesome.
just because like, and I don't know. It's like, and it's not like my mom or my close friends or whatever
Yeah.
saying it. It's like someone that that knows me, but not super well. I'm like, oh man. They listen to it on purpose, or like, the fact that I'm doing a podcast is so like silly and fun. Like, I can't believe. Like, thank you for listening to it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like,
Of course.
genuinely, thank you.
It's awesome. It's a great song. It's got an Alvvays vibe.
Thank you.
To it.
Yeah, big influence.
They're awesome.
I've been calling it like, I don't know, on when you like put your music onto things, you can like make up a label name, and I've just been calling mine Cute and Loud Records.
Yeah, I saw that actually on the thing. I was like, nice, that's cool.
Because that's like the vibe I'm trying to keep. Is like, it's not trying to take itself too seriously. I'm really just trying to like enjoy this process. Because if I put too much weight on it, or like think of it as this like, I don't know, big monumental thing too much, I will psych myself out, and it will be the only song I release. So it's like I got to keep the momentum up, being like, I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun.
Just having a good time.
Just too naturally anxious of a person to like, I don't know. I have to kind of like force myself into this. Like, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah.
Being very chill, just releasing some songs. It's like no big deal. But deep down, it's like, I don't know. This has been a really like whirlwind experience for me. It feels like it's been a really long time coming. And I don't know. I'm excited to use it as like a launch pad into like, okay, we wrote a song, we did the hard part. Mm-hmm. We recorded it, we released it. People liked it. Do it again, like.
And you posted on your Instagram story that another song is on the way, right?
It's happening. There's a date for it and everything. I can plug it.
Plug it.
Pod.
Plug it on the pod.
I got a new song. This is really silly. I got a new song coming out on November 7th. It's called Dark Blue, and it is it's about, so I don't know, I've kind of been writing about things I've processed through or haven't processed yet that happened to me like in my 20s. So this next one is like a breakup song, and I'm engaged, so it's been a long time since I've been broken up with.
Yeah.
But you got to process these emotions, and that's what's coming out is like, yeah.
How does it feel revisiting something like that?
It's honestly, it's been kind of nice. I feel like this is a perfect time for me personally to be creating in general. I feel like I've got the resources that I need. And I'm far enough away from stuff to where, I don't know, I feel like sometimes when you want to write it, like if you feel like really compelled to write a song about a specific thing, it can be really heavy in the moment, and it could, for me, I think it would slow down the creative process a little bit, because it'd be like, this is too precious right now. And, this dude that hurt my feelings when I was 22, like I'm 34 now, I feel that's done, and I have no emotional attachment to it. but it still happened, and it's like a significant thing that I could write about from a different perspective of just being like, you hurt my feelings, I'm really upset, to like, I don't know, in the Dark Blue, the song that's coming out, there's a lot of like, it's almost like I'm having a conversation with myself and the person, but being like taking a little bit of responsibility for things that have happened versus just being loud and mad. It's like, I'm loud and mad, but also like, I feel like a moron because I let this happen kind of thing. So I don't know.
You have more of a bird's eye
Yeah.
view. You're far away from it.
Yeah. And it's, you know, when, for me, like music, I don't know if this is just from like a neurodivergent perspective or what, but like I'm very melody driven first. Like that's the content that matters the most to me, is like, does it feel good to sing? Like, do I like singing it? Am I looking forward to singing it? Versus like, are these words like the most poetic, poignant like thing I've ever said? Like probably not. Like I feel like I kind of live in a like sort of pop space with lyric writing.
Yeah.
Like how can I take this big feeling and kind of shorten it into like a easy to digest sentence that also feels good to sing? And like that's, I don't know, that's the zone. I don't know. Again, all part of the trying not to take everything too serious.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the process.
Yeah, the lyrics are the hardest part for me, I think, just because, I don't know, like it's the thing that I'll end up questioning the most.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a million ways you can do it. If a melody feels great, then you don't have to touch it for me. Or like the rhythm of something. But the lyrics are obviously like, can be very personal.
Yeah.
And you can even wonder if like the way you're saying it is really even how you mean it, but it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Or does it make sense in a storyline? Does it have to make sense? It's like too subjective sometimes.
Yeah. I've started doing, and it sucks to do it. I like hate it so much, but like after I have something finished, or it like feels finished, I'll like just read it out loud. It's the worst.
Oh.
It really, really sucks.
Never even thought about that.
I don't, I recommend it in the sense that like it helps you kind of hear it. Because I'm like, when it's just in your head and you're like writing it to fit the rhythm of the melody that's already kind of in place, then you can forget like, oh, this is supposed to also like kind of be a poem.
Right.
And then go back through and like, oh,
like,
I sound like
yikes.
a whiny little bitch. Like I should maybe tweak that line so it doesn't sound so, I don't know. Or lean into that part, like maybe I can make it whinier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm not complaining enough, or like like what you said, like does verse 1 and verse 2 sound like it was even like part of the same timeline? I don't know, every once in a while it's just like the sounds of words will fit good in the space, and then I like compare verses to each other. I'm like, these are two different songs actually. Whoops. Or like that should be the hook. Like that the bridge is too good.
Yeah.
I like the bridge too much. I want to do that more. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun kind of figuring out like what my creative process like actually looks like, because I haven't really had the avenue to do it, because I felt like I needed like, I don't know, really specific permission to even like start something on my own. Like, would that be something that anyone would, you know, is that cool with you guys?
Yeah.
Like, hey everybody.
What's been your favorite part of your creative process so far? Like, what do you really like about it, and what's something you maybe want to massage, like work on?
I really do like once I get the melody shell, I don't know. I do love, right now the car I've been driving doesn't have a radio. Like I can't listen to music of any sort in the car. It's torture to me.
What? Not at all?
It's very, very weird. Yeah, it's just broken, and it's one of those things. Going back on ADHD, we'll get around to it at some point. So like I'm just in like a completely silent car all the time. Very bizarre. And that is when a lot of the ideas hit, is because, I don't know, it's like
No distractions.
Yeah. And like an act of like, I don't know, I need something. I need like stimuli just in general. So it's entertaining to me to come up with some stuff. And I feel like it's just I don't know. The car is like a very like sacred, safe space in general. It's like very
I agree.
you're just there. I love sitting in the car.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'll pull up in my own driveway and be like, okay, I'm home. But now I'm gonna sit in the car for a little bit.
I mean, how often do people, you meet, you go hang out, and you end up parking kind of close to each other, and then you're both in the car, like ready to leave, but for like 8 minutes, you're just both sitting there.
Like, hey, I'm
on your
scrolling.
phone. Yeah.
I'm gonna be scrolling for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just so you know, especially when it like the car is like warm from being like sitting in the parking lot for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
when
a
the sun's been
holy
hitting it.
space. It's a holy space.
Yeah, I feel that.
But okay, going back to the creative process part.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love coming up with ideas in the car. But the most like, I think just the accountability of like taking it to the studio and like really we knock songs out in a day. Like kind of like completely start to finish. Like usually if we need to, I will go in a couple days before and like just show them the idea and let them hear it, and we can come up with guitar voicings that maybe would, enhance the mood of like whatever I'm trying to do with it. But usually, I mean, from the recordings part, like we're finding ideas like in the studio while we're recording it. And I like that part because it just kind of feels like we're just playing.
Totally.
And Damon will get like all these guitar pedals out and like be like, do you like this tone? How about this tone? Like, and like, what if we stack all of these and it's just like screaming? Like,
Yeah.
Ooh, screaming could be
Does
fun.
that feel really good or sometimes debilitating with ADHD? When it's like, what about this? What about this? What about
all
that?
the choices.
Yeah.
It doesn't help, but I feel like in that atmosphere, because it's like, I don't know, even though I think it just feels high stakes enough to where like I'm kind of locked in. Like I feel very focused. I get really quiet, which is not, I am not a quiet person usually, but like I feel like when we're making stuff and like I kind of like get kind of introspective and just trying to make sure that like what I'm hearing in the room matches like whatever, like, because I can hear like a finished thing in my head. I don't have a way to like, I don't know, sit down and be like, oh, I want the drums to do this, because I like when it comes to instrumentation of stuff, I hear it in my brain and I just have to hope that I'm explaining it in a way that makes sense to the people who like be like, oh yeah, well I think what you're describing is like you want the crash cymbal to, to do whatever, I think we should make it like this, or like
You have your own vocabulary.
Yeah, like I am hoping, and I guess that's the beauty of like having a good person to like have an artistic relationship with that can, navigate through the fact that it is difficult for me to make a decision, because I don't know, if I'm really excited, I'll just agree with everything. Like, this feels great. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Like, is that what I meant though? So I don't know. I think right now it's kind of crazy. I don't know what I would really change about the process other than maybe just like holding myself more accountable to like continuing to learn things so that Damon doesn't have as much work to do on the days when I go in, where he's, or like upping my vocabulary. Like I want to feel like I'm, like I really have like a seat at the table.
Yeah.
And not just like goofing off, like, I don't know, doodling in the corner of the room, like, yeah, I like that pedal. Like, you know, I want to be like, as hands-on as I can be. Yeah, but the bar is always going to feel set pretty high for myself, just because I'm kind of
and it'll
competitive
always
with myself.
Move.
Yeah.
Too, once you get to a point where you're able to communicate ideas a little bit more in a technical way instead of like using automatopoeia to describe what you want.
Literally, I'm like, could the drums go kung kung ka kung kung ka?
Yeah.
It's like, does that make sense to you?
Right, and they're like, yeah, sure. But also, sometimes that's just straight up the most effective way. Like, we don't need to get super technical. You're like, we got to move the 3,000 kilohertz part up like 2 dBs. It's like, just say it sounds boxy.
Yeah.
The mix sounds boxy, or it sounds, I don't know, too nasally. And then, that can usually be a way to just communicate it effectively.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in your Instagram post recently, when you said that you had put out the song, you talked about how it felt maybe a little too late, or you were struggling with feeling like you were too late to be releasing music. Yeah, you said it felt too late to try.
Yeah,
was the quote. How do you feel now that it's out, and how did it feel to really accomplish that?
I'm like really, really proud of myself. I feel like this has boosted. I'm an anxious person and I'm not very confident. But I feel like this process has kind of at least started I don't know. I believe in myself a little bit more. Like I did it. And like I really did it, and I did it like all by myself, like the idea, like, I don't know, the music scene has kind of beat me up over the last like however many years. Like being in bands with people can be tough, and the real like core of it is making sure that you know who you are working with, and like being able to, I don't know, I didn't have the space to really create what I wanted to, because the opportunity wasn't really given to me, even though I was playing in bands, if that makes sense. It was I just kind of felt like a fixture in a situation rather than being able to like feel like a musician. So that's what helped me back for so long, is being like, well, I'm not really like a musician. I just know how to sing. Like I don't have any ideas. Not having any ideas was like the voice like on the mantra. Loop. Yeah, it's like, well, I just don't have like, what would I even write about? I don't have any ideas. And so that was like the thing that I had to tackle the most, is like knowing like, no, you have ideas. Like you never shut up. Like just lean into that. Like you've got something to say because you talk all the time. Like things have happened to you that have hurt you and you've grown from it. Like you can use this stuff and you could make a song. You can make 100 songs. And so like just getting over that hill of like giving myself the permission that I was waiting for someone to be like, hey, it'd be cool if you like release a song. That, I don't know, that's been really freeing, and I don't know. And I kind of believe that like there is no timeline that makes sense, and like there is no like wrong way to do anything. Like you could take a weird voice memo into a studio with your friend that happens to have a studio, and you could in a day make a song that you feel really, really proud of. I don't know. It's crazy to have so many resources around you, but to be so like self-conscious about it, that you like hold yourself back. Like been blaming it on like, well, that person I was in a band with, we had like that weird falling out, and like that, that was the only outlet I had. So I can't do it now because, I don't have those resources anymore. Like I don't have a band. I don't have songs that are already like 80% written, and I just add some melody to it. Like I thought that was the only way that I could make music, is if all the work, I don't know. It's been a wild experience of just like kind of psychologically like undoing a bunch of stuff, like from just some good old fashioned trauma.
Yeah.
And like undoing that, and being brave, and realizing that like really like nothing has to be that big of a deal. Like you can just do something because you like it.
Yeah, you don't have to put it so high on a pedestal.
Yeah, like in the creative process especially, like there is no like, I don't know, some people get really like, it's a really sacred thing, and like it's, raw and real and deep and whatever, and like, and I admire that, but I think right now, just in the chapter of life that I'm in, and how I do feel like I waited a really long time, and it was like kind of all my fault that I waited so long to do something like this. I've just been like, I don't know, rapid fire writing a bunch of stuff, and just being like, that melody's fun. I don't know what the song is about yet. It doesn't have words, but it's got 3 parts, and it's over there. And I'll get around to, making it all kind of fit together in a thing. And then I'll bounce back over, like, just working on, like, 90 things at a time.
Yeah.
to the point where like where none of like they're all like sacred in their own way that I'm like really enjoying it, but just like I don't know. I'm trying to keep the idea machine just I don't know. My friend Bailey, Bailey, one of my musician friends was talking about it being like turning a faucet on. It's like, at first you kind of like gotta let the brown water run out. It's like, but then like it's on.
Yeah.
So like the idea.
I just heard that the other day. I heard that analogy. I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
I like a good analogy.
Yeah. So like the faucet is running.
Yeah. Now that you had so long of maybe keeping like, what do you call it? Like a bottle cap on it.
Oh yeah.
Now you're taking it off and all these ideas are flowing, and that's a really cool space to be in.
Yeah.
And sometimes even after you've done that, like the bottle cap comes back on and you don't know why. And for me, I've found that being patient and not forcing it can be really helpful. I mean, you can kind of force it in a way of like practicing for the sake of just trying to write, but I think you have to have that feeling of not taking it too seriously, because otherwise you're going to be so frustrated that you're not writing like your next favorite song.
It is hard to not, I don't know. My brain loves to jump like, I don't know, 5-10 years down the line with like one thing. So I'm like, am I writing a song that would be like a top hit on the radio? Like, I don't know. It's hard to like not go straight there. I'm like, is this radio ready? I'm like, I don't know.
Radio ready, yeah.
Like, what am I talking about? Like it doesn't need to be like radio ready. I'm not trying to have like a overnight, TikTok fame. Be fun.
That would be fun.
I wouldn't
Could be
hate
cool.
it. Wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
But that's not, especially like I am like literally a baby, when it comes to like this world. So like, taking it one day at a time, just trying to enjoy it, but also getting like regimented in like the practice of songwriting, because it is like work and it is a learned like skill. That's why people in Nashville are, making jobs out of it. It's really cool. They, notebooks full of like little ideas and like they practice every day. They sit around in a room and they like, they write songs, or they write titles of songs, and I don't know, they have a regimented like formula, and it works. It's like, when you do the same thing all the time, like you get really good at it.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a craft, song craft.
It is a craft. That's cool.
Well, Hollis, let's take this over to the last 5. We're going to pick out 5 questions from this bowl here, and then we'll be all wrapped up.
All right.
And also, would you mind bringing that mic just a hair closer?
Yes.
Perfect.
Hello.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool.
Make it a little ASMR.
Hello. Okay.
Question number 1.
Ooh, okay. Best live show you've seen. I just went to an Addison Rae concert.
Oh, love her.
It was amazing.
That's awesome. Where was it?
That was at the Eastern.
Oh, cool.
Which best sound, I think, maybe in the whole city.
That's one of the best venues for sure.
Yeah, that I've seen a lot of really great live shows. That's the most recent, and it was just like enthralling, very theatrical. She's like unencumbered, like I don't know, mentally, physically, emotionally, but like no, like I don't know. She had like a wireless mic on the whole time.
Yeah.
So she's like running around. I don't know. Very, very cool.
Fame is a Gun is one of my favorite pop songs I've heard.
Every moment, it was just one of the most fun. Like we were all just dancing. It was just a big party, and I don't know. I loved it.
That's awesome.
Shout out to
Addison Rae. Nice.
Okay. Question number 2. Whoa. Okay. Perfect album front to back. That's so tough.
You did pick Fleet Foxes.
I did pick.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I love. There's a band out of Texas. They're called Being Dead. And they have an album called When Horses Would Run, and I really like listening to that front to back. And their new album Eels. I like to listen to that front to back. They're just very fun.
Yeah. Somebody not too long ago mentioned Being Dead on this podcast.
Love them. Like, I don't know, like super fan. I feel like I don't know. I've seen them a couple times, and I like to go remind them how much of a fan I am.
That's cool.
Like,
Where do they play when they were in Atlanta?
They played 529 actually, which is very silly and random. But they're coming back. I think they're touring with Beach Fossils right now.
Oh, cool.
They come back sometime in November. Even like, I don't know, it's cool to watch a band, like now they're opening for, like
A really big band.
Really big band. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool to watch people kind of like grow. I'm like, yay.
Yeah, that Somersault album by Beach Fossils, I think, is perfect front to back.
There you go.
I love
really
that
good
album.
one.
That's like the all white one.
Yeah.
It just has Beach Fossils on it.
Honorable mention, George Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
Duh.
Which one? All Things Must Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good one.
Of course, it's that one.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, he's got some other good ones too.
It's like, I'm trying to think of like oldies but goodies. Yeah, that one I could put on or like making dinner.
Yeah, that's a beautiful album.
I'm going to listen to that later, I think. Got plans. Okay. 3. Ooh, in the studio or playing live? Playing live, I really want to play live, and I think it's fun, and I do enjoy it, but I am so anxious, and I get so worked up, and I have so much stage fright. It's crazy.
Really?
I feel like I'm being like actively lit on fire when I'm on stage. I want to like it. I want to like it so much. And when the band I was in, we toured a little bit, and like usually by like the end of like a week of playing consistently, like, okay, okay, this is starting to make sense. I feel not crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like the studio, I still get stage. It's like weird. There's like a stage fright that happens in the studio too. I'm an anxious person. And so in the studio, I can eventually also get comfortable. But maybe, honestly, I think between the two, if it's just me playing with a guitar live, I think is a more comfort. Studio, I think I might be thinking a little too hard.
Okay.
Because I'm like, this is very permanent. Like whatever I do, like if I hit a note weird or if if I breathe weird between things, even though you can just, like erase that part. Tuck it under something else. It just feels very like, whatever I do, this is the song. This is the song when we're done.
Yeah, that's
you can't like play around
paralyzing.
With it. So yeah, even though live music scares me, I pick playing live.
Nice.
Hope to do it again soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, fantasy supergroup. Whoa.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Can I be in the supergroup?
Sure.
I've always wanted to be like the 4th member of Boy Genius.
Whoa. Yeah. That would be cool.
But okay, so if I'm combining other artists, who would I have vocals? Probably someone like, I don't know, I love Lucy Dacus. I love The Beaches. That girl's voice is crazy.
Both at Shaky Knees.
Yes. I had a really good Shaky Knees. That was on my birthday. Kind of fun.
What? Happy birthday.
Thank you. I love like a powerful female vocalist, but I would want like, who else? I think it would just be all girls. So yeah, Lucy would be up there. It'd be me and Boy Genius. Adrian Linker.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what kind of music this is, by the way. This is just matter. People. I think this is just like people I want to hang out with long term.
Yeah, the dream blunt rotation.
Yeah, literally, like these are just people I want to like have a fun dinner with. Yeah, I don't know. Who else do I like that I would want to see together? What if we take all of Improvement Movement?
Ooh, yeah.
But then we throw in like a Lucy Dacus with Improvement Movement. They're all hanging out and they're singing together.
Man, that would be crazy. Improvement Movement is the back band.
I'm obsessed.
Awesome.
I'm very obsessed with them recently. Again, we're talking about harmonies, tight harmonies.
Yeah.
And someone else that was also a Shaky Knees.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Local legends.
So I'm just pulling from real life, but also, yeah.
I'm a
big fan of them.
Clark Sound on the podcast years ago.
Cool.
Like 2021, I think.
Man.
And he ended up producing a couple of songs for me.
That's
back in the day. Yeah. And I mean, he's always been great, but Improvement Movement has like really taken off these last couple of years. So it's crazy to think.
They're really doing it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah, played Eastern like 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, it's like I think that, I don't know, like maybe they are the supergroup.
They kind of are. Yeah. I need to get them really on the pod.
Guys. Yeah.
All right, last question.
Okay. I'm digging deep for this one.
Dig deep.
Okay. Whoa, best worst decade of music? Oh no. Okay, best. I love disco.
Okay.
70s.
70s is a good answer.
Just 70s in general, I think that's the best. That you have the range of styles of music that were happening in the 70s is crazy.
Yeah.
I love like psych rock, like weird like stoner stuff. And I love I love a good dance beat. So, yeah, 70s best. Worst? I feel like I'm just very equal opportunity. No, the 30s. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the go-to.
Not a big band girl. I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess something. I don't know. I can't even really say that because I think jazz is pretty cool. Maybe like that weird era of like the end of the 90s and the early 2000s where it was a bunch of like superhero movie music. I'm not like I don't know. No hate for like Creed or anything like that, but I feel like that was a weird
superhero movie music. I'm trying to think of like what that is.
I don't know any song. There's a lot of songs of like "In Your Hero." I don't know songs with just like the word hero in it, or like I don't know any. There's a range, or even though I talked about how much I liked it in college, the stomp clap hey generation. Mm-hmm. I feel like we got stuck in a rut there musically. And we could have worked.
Yeah, there was and there's still some remnants of that. I feel like in a way it's come back.
It's coming back, and in that same way, I'm a little bit excited about it because I would like permission to not think that it's like cringe.
Yeah.
Because I don't really at the end of the day, nothing needs to be cringe. There's good stuff in everything, and I really, really believe that. And I don't think that there's like a hierarchy necessarily of like, oh, if you like that, then that. I don't know. Like, I can't believe you like that band. Like, I feel like everything has some redeemable factor that I can talk about liking from just a critical point of view. But so in that way, I'm like, if Stomp Clap Hey comes back, I'm gonna feel very free all of a sudden. Like, I can like it again.
Yeah, you can be more vocal and outspoken about your love for Stomp Clap Hey.
Finally release a Stomp Clap Hey song of my own. Just me wailing in the woods somewhere.
Let's get some mandolin and fiddle in there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I've always wanted to learn how to play banjo.
Yeah, my friend gave me a banjo. And
Nice.
I've been like, I can't wait to learn this. I've picked it up like twice, like 3 times. It's hard to tune because the tuners are really old.
Yeah.
So once you even start playing, it gets out of tune kind of quick. So I'm using that as my excuse. But
There you go. An out-of-tune banjo could be cool. I don't know.
Could be
cool.
cool.
You could lean into the texture of that. Like,
yeah,
it's out of tune.
Just call it texture, even though it just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
No, I should do that. That's my sign to work on it a little bit today. But Baby Hollis, that's our time. And on that note, thank you for coming on the pod, chatting about your song, Talking Stage, and a new song coming out soon. It's called Dark Blue. Dark Blue, November 7th.
November 7th.
Nice.
11/7.
11/7.
Rhymed.
It's my friend's birthday, Valeria, who made this sign for me, actually.
Happy birthday,
Shout out Valeria. Yeah, she's awesome. But yeah, Hollis, thank you again for coming on the pod.
Thanks for having me, man. This is fun.
On that note, with Parker Whirling.